Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Made some people mad on Twitter last night. We had another entry into the transfer portal. I simply quote tweeted it because it happened about an hour before we went live. So I quote tweeted and I said, buckle up. People got mad. People said I was insinuating a mass exodus. In no way was I insinuating a mass exodus. I'm simply saying, buckle up. Look, the season is over. You had some guys on this football team that were a key part of this team. We saw guys enter the portal like Bison Lang. Bison Lang knew he wasn't going to play in the college football playoff. Khalifa Keith, guys like Nathan Laycock, Nate Spillman, they knew they weren't going to play. So them entering the portal before we went and played Ohio State, you understood it. You kind of saw it. Now, the season's over. Disappointing loss to Ohio State. You start to focus on next year. You knew we were going to see some movement. We knew more guys were going to enter the portal. Now, the thing is it guys that were starting? Is it guys that were in the two deep? It's worth a conversation. Do I think it's going to be a mass exodus? In no way, shape, or form. This team, their goal was SEC championship. Their goal was national championship. If you rewind time before the season started, I think most of us would have taken 10-2 and getting a loss in the college football playoff, but it's how you lost. That's why this one stings so much. But yes, last night, about an hour before we went live, Tennessee defensive back Christian Harrison entered the transfer portal. 6 foot, 90-pound defensive back, totaled 31 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and a pass defended in his time with the Vols. Started in 5 games this season. Now, when I saw that, I don't like, man, I wanted Christian Harrison to come back. I think he's a good football player. I think he played good football this year. And again, started in 5 games this season. A lot of people say, Boogie, why are you worried about it? Our secondary is fine. We got Boo Carter. We need depth, man. We need depth and quality players, and I didn't like seeing Christian Harrison's name, but then on the flip side, a lot of you guys commented, put some perspective on it, and it just made sense, right? Bill Belichick takes the job at North Carolina. Bill Belichick also coached Christian Harrison's father, Rodney Harrison, in the NFL. So connect the dots, make sense, keep your eye on it. Does Christian Harrison end up at North Carolina? Would not surprise me at all. We've got another guy entering the portal. We're going to talk about that here in just a second, but I want to talk about some of the incoming guys because we've been very heavy on the interior offensive line. On the defensive line, we know that Tennessee at least made contact with the South Alabama running back, Fluff Bothwell. According to VolQuest, they're going to continue to monitor wide receivers. They're going to continue to monitor running backs in the transfer portal. The guys that came in town, you got the commitment from Wendell Moy Jr., interior offensive lineman out of Arizona. You had a couple of defensive linemen in town, JVR Suggs, defensive tackle out of LSU. Now, he visited that same weekend. He said he wanted to move quickly, make a quick decision. As for Austin Price, he gave out a little update earlier today, said that JVR Suggs has gone quiet. Does that mean he's in decision-making mode? Does that mean he's moving on from Tennessee and not responding to AP? I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. Usually with these these upperclassmen, guys that have a one and done, they're not about the nonsense. They don't want the attention. They're about making the best decision for them and no nonsense type of deal, get it over with and move on. So take that for what it's worth. Another guy that seems to be trending in AP's update was Josh Thompson, interior offensive lineman out of Northwestern. He visited last week. In his career at Northwestern, played in 31 games, started in 21 of those, played left guard, and right tackle, 8th highest ranked guard in the Big Ten and SEC combined per Pro Football Focus. And he was also had an 18-game no sack streak. And then if you go look at Wendell Moy, the interior offensive lineman that transferred in from Arizona, his pass blocking grade was superior. Now, Coach Jay is going to break down some film for us. We're going to get together on Thursday. We're going to take a look at Wendell Moy Jr. We're going to look at his Arizona tape, so that's going to be coming your way soon. But I'm excited to see what Coach Jay has to say about that. But the portal giveth, and the portal taketh away. We have another casualty. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff for me. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. Quick, free, and it's easy, and it helps the channel, and I would appreciate it. Take 2 seconds right now. If you're watching on your TV, pick up your phone, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Click that bell for notifications. If it's your first time here, welcome. We're not experts or insiders. What we are is fans. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. You don't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Right now, sporadic. Right? The season's over. We move into off-season mode. We will announce when we do live streams. If there's a lot of news, there's stuff we're talking about, we'll do random live streams Wednesday nights, Sunday nights. Just dial in, lock in, get ready to go. But we suffered another casualty to the transfer portal. Let's go take a look here. On 3 puts it out. News, Tennessee defensive lineman Jason Jenkins plans to enter the transfer portal per ESPN reports. He totaled 9 tackles and 2 sacks this season. I think Jason Jenkins is a guy that could have been really good really good under Rodney Garner. I hate to see him leave. I think he's a guy that took advantage when he got minimal opportunities. And we know we talk about the depth on this defensive line, how many bodies, how many guys you're rotating. That helps this defense stay fresh. That helps this defense be they took a huge jump this year. And I get it, man. I get the frustration. You went out leaving a sour taste in our mouth. The way you lost to Ohio State, it's not that they lost, it's the way they lost. So insert the fire Tim Banks, insert all the comments about Tim Banks and how he can't get it done, he can't do this and he can't do that. But if you go look at the numbers, you go look at what Tennessee did on defense this year as a full body of work, and I get it. We want to take the next step. We want to be an elite defense. We want to be able to do it against the Ohio States and against the Georgias. When you go and look at this defense, they were tied for fourth in scoring defense. That's not good enough. We need to fire Tim Banks when he's fourth in the country in scoring defense, fourth in the country in total defense, eighth in the country in rushing defense. You want to fire our defensive coordinator that gave up less than 14 points per game? I think this defense took steps, and I think a lot of that is because of the depth of the defensive line, and maybe Jason Jenkins wants more of an opportunity for himself. Maybe he sees himself buried on the depth chart, something we also have to remember. I say this a lot in these transfer portal videos. This is a two-way street here. Guys can go into Josh Heupel's office. They can say, I want more money. Josh Heupel's got a decision to make. Do you give him more money? Do you not give him more money? On the flip side of that, you may get a call to come into Josh Heupel's office, and it may be, hey, we offered you X amount of money. You were a top 50 prospect out of high school. We offered you this much money to get you on campus. You're not delivering at what we're paying you, so you're taking a pay cut. That's the world we live in with college football right now in 2024. So these are two-way streets. Was Jason Jenkins asked to leave? Does Jason Jenkins want more money? Does Jason Jenkins want more playing time? So if you sit here and we speak in absolutes and say he just wants money, that's not always the case. So be careful with how you speak, how you react when these guys choose to enter the transfer portal. But when you look at the defensive line for next season, you look at the guys that are coming back. And again, AP put out an update this morning talking about a lot of stuff. He thinks that Bryson Eason and Don Bailey are going to be back. So when you look at your front four, you get Bryson Eason back, you get Don Bailey back. Does Jackson Moy take a step? Does David Hobbs take a step? Joshua Josephs will be back. So I think what Rodney Garner has done, recruiting on the defensive line, evaluating and targeting guys in the transfer portal on the defensive line. Look at Omar Norman-Lott. Like, what a dude he's been for Tennessee. That's a transfer portal evaluation. I'm never going to worry about this defensive line as long as Rodney Garner is the defensive line coach at Tennessee. So if you get Bryson Eason back, you get Don Bailey back, Tyree West, Josh Joseph, David Hobbs, I think we're going to be just fine on the defensive line. But another casualty to the portal as Jason Jenkins enters. Keep your eyes peeled. This is not going to be the last one. We are going to see more. And I get some of the, I don't know if I want to call it panic, but I get some of the panic if it's there. If that's you, if this is how you feel, all these guys transferring, when are we going to drop the bag? When are we going to spend the money? Transfer portal is going to be open until the 28th. So keep your eyes peeled on who goes into the portal. Tennessee is going to evaluate wide receivers. They're going to evaluate running backs. I think they are looking to spend if it makes sense. You got to think when the portal first opens, right? When the portal first opens, a lot of these big-time players, they know where they're going before they even enter the portal. The back channel communication has already been had. You got agents involved, parents involved, high school coaches involved. The conversations have already been had, and these guys know where they're going. You've also got the college football playoff going right now. Why are we seeing more guys enter the portal now, today, yesterday? Well, because our season is over. So now those guys that were in the two deep, the guys that were competing, the guys that wanted to go win a national championship, those guys are now seeking to go elsewhere. So we are going to see more movement on our end. We're going to see more movement from the other teams. I think Tennessee needs to continue to evaluate, watch who goes in, and I think maybe, just maybe, we can trust Josh Heupel when it comes to the transfer portal. What are your thoughts? Jump into the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can also support by becoming a member of the channel. Hit that join button down below. It's right there beside subscribe. Only costs $1 a month. But if you like what we do, you like the videos, you like the live streams, you like the content, hit that join button. That's what gives us the opportunity to do this, and we would be grateful. But if not, smash the thumbs up because it's quick, free, and easy. Jump into the comment section. Let's talk about it because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.